And for more on the threat posed by TDA to cities across the country, let's bring in Aurora, Colorado City Council member at large, Danielle Jurinsky. Councilwoman Jurinsky, it's so good to talk to you today. And I have to tell you, I'm talking to you from our studio in Denver. I live in the city. And when you first sounded the alarm on this, when you started talking about this in the summer, you were vilified by local media, by state and local officials. And here we are. And I just want to give you a chance to just express your thoughts on this.
Yeah, thank you so much. Vindication is always a good day, right? But despite everything they threw at me, despite the name calling, the governor personally coming after me, saying that this is all a feature of my imagination, the smear stories, the personal attacks, turns out that these are confirmed gang members of Tren de Aragua, and 2 of the 6 have been arrested out of that viral video. But I'm going to tell you right now, the other 4 will be arrested. Tom Homan is going to find them, and you're going to find out that they are Tren de Aragua as well. And I stand by what I have said from the very beginning of all of this. Tren de Aragua took over 3 apartment complexes in the city of Aurora, and Americans were trapped and tortured, and then it turned into them trapping and torturing other migrants.
Danielle, it's Griff. I interviewed earlier this week the acting ICE director, PJ Lechleitner, and we talked extensively about TDA, and he told us, revealing for the first time, that for months there has been a special task force, Operation Athens, specifically targeting TDA, and the amount of investigations they have across the nation digging into it. Listen here. Here's some of what he told me.
Now we're just shy of 20% of our gang investigations are TDA related. Pretty substantial. So we're closing in on about 200 investigations that we have going on right now. Enough so that in early part of this year of 24, we initiated this thing that's called Operation Athens. So it's to combat specifically TDA.
And yet, Danielle, Aurora PD trying to downplay this. Are they trying to hide something? Are they not being forthright?
Yeah, as far as them trying to hide something, that would be very speculative on my part, but they have not been forthright. And that is something that I have not figured out from day one. These folks were arrested, these gang members were arrested in New York, but the warrants were out of Aurora. So there are many, many Aurora police officers, rank and file detectives that are doing their job. They're putting out these arrest warrants. They know the truth. Somehow this cover-up has come straight out of the Aurora Police Chief's office. It could all be speculation, but I do believe that our Governor Jared Polis is involved somewhat in this cover-up because he was very, very quick to jump on me. And to this day, I've not heard from any of the top elected officials in this state, which all happen to be Democrats. I've not heard from any of them, but I am very proud of myself that this feature of my imagination, I caused so much noise, brought so much attention to this transnational gang that invaded parts of my city, took over 3 apartment complexes. I put them on the run. And now I look forward to working with Tom Homan and the Trump administration to rid our entire country of this Venezuelan gang.
And Danielle, can you tell us, we know you've been in contact with the Trump administration going forward with this mass deportation effort that's planned. What is it that you understand that Americans will see happening?
Well, from what I understand so far is they are absolutely going after the criminals, Tren de Aragua, and the confirmed criminal elements. It's not just Tren de Aragua that has come here and is a criminal element in our country. I think the last count I heard was that alone is about 1.7 million people. So that is going to keep ICE, Homeland Security, Tom Homan, that is going to keep them busy for quite some time. And I appreciate that that is the emphasis to get these criminals out of our country first.
Danielle, a statement from Aurora's Mayor Kaufman says this. I want to read it to you. He says, I'll push back as hard as I can if the plan is called Operation Aurora because of the reputational and economic harm that naming such a program after our city would have. Your reaction?
You know, he has a different approach than I do. When I realized this was going on, when I realized there was human beings suffering, that this was actually human suffering, I'm not going to protect an image. I'm not going to sit back. I'm not going to protect an image or try to protect my elected office. I'm going to go in. I'm going to go in when nobody else is going to go in. I'm going to go in. And if Mayor Kaufman is going to push back on the fact that it is called Operation Aurora to try and protect an image, this is now confirmed. The men in those videos were Tren de Aragua. I am proud that this is called Operation Aurora and that we are the trailblazers of exposing this to the entire country.
Well, you have really stuck to it. I've been watching you here locally, and people have seen you nationally. So I know there are folks out there that are incredibly grateful. Councilwoman Danielle Jurinsky, thank you so much for your time today. We appreciate it.
Yes, thank you.
Click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You won't get it anywhere else.